Hey everyone, Happy New Year 2024. This is Anthony Scott at ToyHypeUSA.com. Today we are taking a look at NECA Toys' newly released Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mirage comic Foot Enforcer figure, which is part of their 7-inch scale line. Special shout out and thank you to site sponsor Entertainment Earth for sending along for review. It's greatly appreciated. To buy, check out their website, and you can do so right in the YouTube description, or by clicking off the hyperlinks off of ToyHypeUSA.com. He comes packaged in a window box packaging with comic-inspired artwork, which you see here, with images and logos of the character and turtles on all three sides. And on the back, you have a look at the figure in various poses, as well as some additional figures that are also available. Closer look at that there. Top of the box, you have some more text and logos. And of course, the bottom of the box has the names of all the talented people at NECA Toys responsible for bringing this figure together. Here's a look at the plastic trays the Foot Enforcer is in, as well as all of his accessories. Here's an in-hand look at the Foot Enforcer, Shredder's Elite Guard, that is assigned for his most lethal assignments, such as taking out opponents, including the turtles. He is painted in a dark blue with a light blue wash and some black in between the line work there, giving the sculpt some definition. On the top there, including around the neck and top of the head, there is more black. Pretty bold black, I should add. And on the forearms, he has spikes that are actually a little bit pointy. So just be aware that these are sharp. Let's take a closer look. You also see some pointy spikes on the wrist there. So these are all a little bit on the sharp side. As this is for adults collectors, NECA is able to do that, as these are not for kids. So parents, just be aware of that. So you should be able to see on camera here the sharp points on this figure. I'm actually happy to see these a little bit sharp because it adds incredible likeness and detail to the figure. The head sculpt, very nicely done. He has those glaring red eyes, which you see here, and the dark blue and light blue right on top, and of course all this black. This helmet is permanently attached to the head, and this part here is made of a soft plastic, so you can move the head around without the range of motion being affected by this piece on the side. Here's a look at the back. For his articulation, this is standard for the Ultimate line. So if you're familiar with any figure in this line, I think you guys would know what to expect as far as that. This includes a ball-jointed head, full range of motion, swivel-hinged shoulders, swivel-hinged biceps, double-hinged elbows, swivel-hinged wrists, no ab crunch or ball-jointed waist, but he does have a swivel waist, ball-jointed hips, full range of motion there, double-hinged knees, and hinged and swivel ankles. The Foot Enforcer comes with a handful of accessories, including 4 sets of interchangeable hands. The closed-fisted hands have been on his wrist the entire time. He also comes with a set of karate chop hands and 2 sets of open grip hands. 3 bladed weapons are also included that we're going to be taking a closer look at. And he comes with a 3-section staff that kind of looks like nunchucks. However, there are 3 handles. Here is another pose with the closed-fisted hands. Here's a look at the karate chop hands. Kicking things off with the accessories, let's take a look at both swords. The long sword is on the left there, and the shorter one is actually called a butterfly sword, as the handle wraps around, as you can see here. Both of these swords are painted very similar to the figure himself, including the dark blue on the handle and around there, and the blades are painted in a lighter blue. Here's some additional poses. I also want to point out that I do not have the Turtles 4-pack in hand with the Mirage comic turtle figures that were just ordered from NECA mid last year. That won't ship to me until at some point later this year. Here is another pose. The butterfly sword also has the spikes you see on the handle right in the front here. And here is a look at that. Let me show you guys from a different angle. See how they stick out a little bit. Here's a look at his other bladed weapon, which the blade is right there up on top. And there are two spikes coming out the other side. Here's another pose, as well as a comparison with Splinter. You would see the vast difference in height there. This weapon is painted with a dark blue handle and a light blue blade. Here is another pose. Here is another pose. Here's a look at the 3-section staff. This is 3 blue handles attached together with a black wire. Here is another pose. Here's a look at that other set of open grip hands. These have 2 fingers pointing up. Here's another comparison with Splinter. Overall, the Foot Enforcer is a fantastic figure I think fans are going to love. The sculpt is amazingly detailed. I'm loving how this guy came out. The paint apps, as always, top notch. There is definitely a lot to love about the character, so my recommendation would be to pick him up. Thank you again to site sponsor Entertainment Earth for sending along for review. It's greatly appreciated. 10% off in stock items by using our hyperlinks, and you can find that on the YouTube description below, as well as the links off of toyhypeusa.com. I am Anthony Scott at Toy Hype USA. Thank you so much for watching this video, and stay tuned for more coverage and reviews.